summer is almost over and back to school is almost here, which means Halloween is just around the corner. So, yeah. The first costume we're going to be trying out is a Minion costume. For this, the base will be a yellow, preferably plain t-shirt because, you know, if you had images on it, I feel like it would just take away from the overall Minion look. You're also going to need jeans. You can use like any kinds of jeans. Just, I wouldn't use like bright colored or like white jeans, but like any kind of blue jeans you could use, or like faded jeans, like any jeans that aren't like any like bright colors or white, you can use. In the tutorial they say to use boots, but I don't have any like boots that are like laces boots. I have more like fashiony girly boots, so I'm just wearing my sneakers for this. Okay, so the first thing that you need to be a Minion is something to use for goggles, and I'm going to be using this cool little like reflecting like duct tape mask that I made a while back, because like the color of it reminded me of like goggles and stuff, and also I just think they'll look really cool and add a cool touch. The next thing you'll need is something so that your jeans will be like overall jeans, because you know Minions always wear overalls. So I cut some leftover fabric from some shorts that I cut up, and I'm gonna tie them on so they look like overall straps. Okay, so now you got your overall straps. Very cool, very cool. I would actually wear these overall straps just for funsies. Like, I would wear them when I'm not wearing the Minion costume, just because I think it's kind of brilliant. And also I think they're kind of cute. Just like... Okay, the next step with the Minion costume is to like make your hair look all crazy. So for that, I'm gonna take off my mask first of all. And I'm gonna make a bunch of little like mini tails to make that, you know, little tufted hair like look. Okay, so let's do that. Okay, lastly, this wasn't in the original tutorial, but I just thought I would add two little pieces of jewelry for finishing touches. First, I'm adding this little bracelet I made from t-shirt material that matches the shirt. And I'm putting that on my wrist. And for the other piece, I'm taking this like black chain necklace and I'm wearing that. Just to sort of bring the pieces together and make them look more matchy. Yeah, so I really like how this costume turned out. I would even go so far as to say this looks so cute that I would wear it when, you know, it's not Halloween, when it's not time to wear a costume. I would wear this like every day, especially these overall stacks. I'm really starting to love these. I feel like this is going to end up being a trend, for me at least, because I'm just like really liking how cute these look. So yeah, I really like how this Minion costume turned out. So yeah. Oh, and special for these episodes that I'm gonna do with me testing costumes and costume pieces and stuff. Um, After you're done watching the video, comment below which of the costumes that of the DIY costumes that I tried. Comment below which one you like best, because I actually don't know what I'm going to be for Halloween this year yet. So whichever costume that I test on DoneIY is whichever one gets the most votes down in the comments is going to be what I'm going to be for Halloween this year. So yeah, so be sure to comment below your favorite costume that I tested after you watch the video. So moving on. Next on DoneIY, we're going to try out the DIY unicorn costume. Now, I added a few details that I thought would add a nice touch as I was putting the pieces together. So, here's what you'll need. First things first, you're going to need something to use for a unicorn horn. You can either buy a unicorn horn headband, or you could do what I did and just roll up a piece of paper to be your unicorn horn and tape it to a headband. Like so. Okay, next thing you're going to need is some kind of scarf, and I chose this sparkly one just because it's really pretty and it looks really magical, and it has these fun pom-poms, and it's purple, which matches the horn. So yeah, so you're gonna need a scarf. Also, you're gonna need like a fun sparkly hair tie. I chose this one because it has a gem on it, and that's gonna be for our unicorn tail. Next, you're gonna need to decide what outfit you're gonna wear for the base of your costume, and I've decided I'm gonna wear this fun skirt with this purple shirt, which again, the color of the scarf and the color of the horn, so it brings it all together, and this little black cover-up thing too, so it'll match the skirt and everything. And then finally, and I came up with this on the spot, for the tail, for my unicorn tail, I'm actually going to use my secret extension, red secret extension, and I'm just going to braid it into like a tail, and then put it around my waist, so that's what I'm going to do. But you could do anything you want for your tail if you don't have this, because this is actually expensive. I actually got this for $5, like after Halloween. So if you want to hit up some places, like if you hit up places the day after Halloween for costume pieces, hit up Five Below, because they had a bunch of these last Halloween for like $5. And then lastly, I have this fun little woven bracelet that I made a while back, which I just think would be a fun little touch to it. So I'm just gonna put on the pieces, and then I'll show you what everything looks like. Okay, so now I have the base of my costume on. I guess I'll start at the bottom and work my way up. For shoes, I have my dress shoes and some fun flowery pink socks. If you don't want to wear socks, just wear like bright fun tights, like bright colored or sparkly tights that you have, or if you do want to wear socks, just like wear bright fun colored socks. And then I have the skirt that I showed you earlier. I noticed something interesting. The skirt is actually a little bit too big for me, so I added a belt that's like braided and made me think of like cowgirls and stuff. Then we have the purple top, and then we have the black cover-up, just to make things more fancy and to make it match the skirt. And so now we're gonna start adding the accessories and stuff. Okay. first I'm gonna braid what's going to be my unicorn tail. Just string this right here. Alright, there we go. My tail is... where is it? Oh, there it is. It's a little low. But yeah, it's attached. Here's my tail. There we go. Okay. Now that my tail is in position, let's move on to adding the purple scarf. Okay, I'm just gonna fold this in half. Do a little, I don't know, this scarf kind of knot. That's a bit long. Maybe I'll just make those. Yeah, I'll just leave it long. That's a nice, like, retro feel to it. Yeah, I'm gonna add the colorful bracelet. And now I'm gonna add my horn. There we go. And here we have the unicorn costume in all of its glory. So yeah, that's the unicorn costume. I hope you guys enjoyed this costume, and let me know if you guys try it out, and let me know if you guys like this costume bestest out of all of the costumes that I tested in this video down below in the comment section. Next up, we are going to be creating a Alice in Wonderland themed costume. So, the first thing you will need is a blue dress Now mine is particularly a little bit darker than the average Alice dress, but I really like it and it's really pretty, so I chose it. And also I like how it's a little bit puffy, which Alice's skirt is typically a little bit puffy, so that's why I chose it. And also another thing that I just realised is it's actually a little bit short on me, which in retrospect is actually a really good detail if you think about it, because in the movie and in the book Alice in Wonderland, she's constantly shrinking and growing all the time. So it would make sense if you particularly chose a dress that was just a little bit small on you. So it would add the detail of, Alice constantly growing and shrinking to your costume. Okay, so what else? So some other things you are going to need for the costume is you're going to need white tights. You could use just normal white tights, or if you wanted to spice things up a bit, you could use striped tights, like white and black striped tights or white and blue striped tights. So if you wanted things to be a little more colourful, you could do that. And then I'm just going to wear black Mary Janes with them. And now in the tutorial they used just a black headband, but I couldn't find just a black headband, so I'm using this headband that I made with black and white fabric, and that'll be what I use for my costume. And then wear some pink lip gloss, just because in like the movie Alice has some pink lips. And also just for fun, like I did with some of the other costumes, I added a little bit of jewelry, and I tried to keep the jewelry relatively like to one or two colors, just because I like when you watch the movie or you read the book, it's clear that Alice is from a different world. Like she's very neutral in her colors and such, so I try to incorporate that in the costume. And then lastly, of course, I had to choose an apron to go with the costume. I could not find a plain white apron, but I saw this one with white and red hearts all over it, and I thought that would be really good for the costume because it made me think of Wonderland and like the Queen of Hearts and stuff, so I thought it would be a cool detail to add to the costume. Okay, so now I'm going to put all the stuff on. I'm going to first put on the shoes and the tights. I guess if you want, you could also use like knee-high socks if you have them in like white or blue or black. You could use that. So I'm going to do that. Oh, I forgot to mention shoes. You want to go with black Mary Janes would be best, because that's typically what you see Alice wearing, but you can really go with any black shoes, and if you can't use black Mary Janes and you have another color Mary Janes, you should be alright. Just try to stray away from red Mary Janes or any red shoes at all, because if you wear red Mary Janes, then people will mistake you for Dorothy. That's it, Dorothy. Don't wear red shoes, because then your Alice costume could be mistaken for a Dorothy costume. So make sure you wear shoes that are either black or white. Like I said, Mary Janes would be best. Moving on, I'm going to put on the apron. Make sure you put the pockets out, otherwise you will have an extra poofy apron with the wrong side out. I really like how this looks so far. Well, very slippery. There we go. Now you have little pockets to put some of your Halloween trick-or-treats in. Alright, next I'm going to be putting on the jewelry. For the bracelet I went with just a clear bead bracelet with like golden dividers, because like I said, with the jewelry I wanted to keep the colors very neutral, and I didn't want them to be like, at first I was thinking, oh, Wonderland, many colors. But then I was thinking, well, this is Alice. Alice stands out in Wonderland. Like, she has very neutral colors. So then I was thinking, okay, let's go for like 1 or 2 colored jewelry. So then, and for the necklace, I am going with a blue necklace to match the dress. Alright, and finally I am going to be putting on some very neutral coloured lip gloss. Alright, so here we have our Alice in Wonderland costume. I hope you guys like it, and if it's your favourite out of all of the costumes that I tested in this video, be sure to comment below the Alice in Wonderland costume if it's your favourite, and if it gets enough comments, then and if it gets the most likes, then I will be Alice in Wonderland for Halloween. So let's move on. Next up, we're gonna try out the costume for Wednesday Addams. So for this costume, you're gonna need a white button-up shirt, 2 hair ties, a black or dark blue, as I'm using, dress, preferably strapless, because you want to be able to see the white shirt underneath it at least a little bit. Some black socks or tights. I chose these ones because they're really cute and I really like them. And black shoes. And of course, I'm adding jewelry, or something rather, to almost every costume, so I chose to add this black beaded bracelet that I made. And this froggy necklace. Because I thought like the gold kind of made it seem like old-timey and stuff. So it seemed like something Wednesday Addams would wear too. Okay, so first I'm gonna braid my hair into 2 braids. Alright, now that we have our braids going on, it's time to put on the black, or in my case dark blue, dress. Now for the socks and the shoes. Alrighty. Now for the jewelry. Okay, gonna put on the necklace. And here we have our Wednesday Addams costume.